Hello and welcome to another video from Armoury Antiques and Militaria and our YouTube channel. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you're well and you're enjoying the collecting and finding the objects that you want. And while we're on the subject, yes, you watching this video, yes, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps the algorithm so that our videos and our educational videos help young people to learn more about military antiques and other items, medals and etc., so that they avoid buying things that aren't quite right or fakes or whatever wherever they're being offered. So it's really helpful to young collectors for you also to put some comments down below. As long as they're not provocative and they assist in the learning around the object we're talking about, your comments are very welcome and very valid in most cases because it adds to the knowledge around the object that we're talking about. Now, here at Armoury Antiques and Militaria, we have a lot of things going on at the moment, lots of surprises that are coming up, lots of developments which we will let you know as we want to advertise that and put it out there on YouTube and wherever else. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about this object in front of me today, which is a fantastic 1907 pattern hooked Quillion bayonets. Let me hold it up for you. These are quite rare. Normally you find these straight Quillions, which have lost the actual hook on it, but the hook Quillion ones are quite interesting. This is to the 4th Devon's Regiment. Now the 4th Devons are quite an interesting regiment in themselves, but what I'm going to do is take you over the bayonet first of all, nice and slowly, so you can look at it in the scabbard and obviously out of the scabbard so you can see the blade, and we'll look at the markings and we'll go from there. I'll come back to you. Okay, welcome back. So let's have a look over the bayonet. I'll take you over it and not talk too much so you can inspect it. So here we go. Okay, to summarise, let's look at the outside of the bayonet. So first we've got lovely coloured grips here, and the tone and the patination on all of the mounts is fabulous. Uncleaned, untouched. At worst, someone may have waxed it over time, but that's a good way of protecting the bayonets from corrosion and that sort of thing, and adds to the colour as well. So if anything, that's what's happened. Let's have a look at the markings on the pommel. So what have we got? Let's have a look. Let's try and get into focus for you. So we've got a number, let me turn it the right way because we've got to orientate it properly for you. So we have the designation here of the 4th Devons, DV, and then we've got numerals here, trying to read them from, I think it's 994, I think that's what it says, just on the pommel here. Sometimes you'll get markings on the top of the pommel, and let's check the other side, nothing on that side. But the grips are in great condition. Sometimes you'll get markings along this back edge as well, worth looking there. And indeed, sometimes on the wooden grips, you'll find stamps stamped into there as well. So it's worth looking at when you inspect a bayonet like this. What's really lovely about this particular object is it's got this lovely frog with it, which has got some real character to it, and it's probably been with it all of its life, which is nice to see. And then when you look down the scabbard, we've got a really nice condition scabbard. And we look down at the bottom drag, if you like. Here you've got inspection marks here. And if we turn it over, we can look along the scabbard again, and sometimes you'll get inspection marks in the leatherwork on either side, but that normally is higher up, but sometimes that happens as well. So I think you'll agree on the outside of this particular bayonet, it's a really lovely example, and as I've said, the hooked Quillion really does make it one of the rarer types that you get when we're talking about 1907 bayonets. Now, we mentioned about the 4th Devon Regiment. Now, it most likely refers to the 4th Battalion of the Devon Regiment, which was a unit formed during World War I. It was one of the several battalions formed from volunteers following Lord Kitchener's appeal in 1914. The battalion specifically was initially designated as the 3rd 4th Battalion and later became the 4th Reserve Battalion before being absorbed into the Training Reserve. So there's a little bit of history there around the 4th Devon Regiment, of which this is marked too. Now clearly, because we're in Devon, Tavistock Devon, our antique shop here in Tavistock in Devon, anything Devon Regiment we absolutely love and we really value. The Devon Regiment has such a rich history, and obviously their proper name is the Bloody 11th. And if you don't understand what that means, look it up, the Bloody 11th, and you'll see what brave men they were and what a renowned regiment they were throughout the British Army and worldwide. So on the frog, you'll see there's a hole here. If I put my finger behind it, you'll see that someone's put a hole in the back of the frog. Now this is quite commonplace, and what people used to do, perhaps when they got back from the war or when they bought the bayonet or wherever it came from, they'd hang it on a nail on the wall. So that's what that is. It doesn't detract, but that's what that hole is there. And obviously someone has put a bit of string on here to hang it on the wall to display it, which is quite commonplace. But that's not fatal, that's not a problem. It's just a little bit of its history, which I think you'll agree is interesting. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll take it out the scabbard, wipe the blade down, and we go through the condition of the blade and any markings that we might find when we take it out of the scabbard. I'll bring you back. Okay, so welcome back. Now I've got the bayonet out of the scabbard. We'll show you some of the markings on the blade, which I'm sure some of you will be interested in seeing. So what we've got here is a War Department mark, the arrow, the broad arrow. We've got some Enfield and inspector's marks here. You can see, hopefully on camera. There we are. And if I take you along the blade, you'll see the condition. Sometimes you get marks on the back of bayonets, always check up there as well. We turn it over to the other side, let's see what other markings we've got. Oh, we've got a crown and the GR, and we've got 1907, the date there as you can probably see. Another date, I think it's June, is that 18? And we've got EFD, which signifies it was made at Enfield. So we can see all of those marks on there. Which is really nice about bayonets. When they've got lots of markings, it's fun to research and to identify and tie them down, which we always find interesting. And if you see me touch the blade, ladies and gentlemen, do not worry, the bayonet will be cleaned afterwards, so don't panic. Under here sometimes you'll find markings, so bear that in mind as well, and also check on the top of the quillions as well. Sometimes you do get markings here as well. Lots of people are after Quillion 1907 bayonets, and there's lots of books out there that are available to you to use for your reference. Now, some books are better than others. Some are just glorified picture books, but I like books that have a little bit more information in them. But a general reference that I like to use, just as a quick identification, if you don't know what the bayonet is World Bayonets 1800 to the present. Yeah, it's been out for a long, long time, but you know what? It's one of the best books out there by Anthony Carter. And if we look in here and we look in the United Kingdom or English section, we find on a page, well, on item 229 and 228, we've got the 1907 bayonet types. And you'll see the hooked Quillion one here, 228. Almost identical to ours in shape and form when we look at it. We find down here, if we look at what 228 is, it's described as pattern 1907 bayonet with Mark 1 scabbard. Now the Mark 1 scabbard, this is quite important. When we talk about the Mark 1 scabbards, let me just pick it up for you. If you look at the button on the scabbards, they're elongated, oval. Can you see that? And if we look back in the book, bear with me, on item 229, because I've lost the page, but you've got time. Come on, you're watching this video, you've got time, so there's no rushes there. So 229, here we are. You'll see in the book, when we look at the scabbard button, we have that same shape. So it refers to it as the Mark 1 scabbard. Now on other ones you find, the 1907s, bear with me, I'll grab one out of the bucket. No, not that one. Well, that's typical, isn't it? I can't find one. They're all Mark 1s. But what happens is, oh, here's one. So what happens is, this is another 1907, but you can see, but it's got no hooked Quillion. But when we look at the actual scabbard button, let me just move this label out of the way, you'll see it's round. Can you see that? So when we hold them both up together, one's got an oval shaped button and the other one's got a round button. Okay, so there's a difference. So have a look at that if you're going to buy one, and when you're looking for these particular bayonets, because that's an important sort of thing to look at. Quite a lot of the time you'll find, perhaps you'll get a really nice hooked Quillion example, and you'll find that perhaps someone's put a later scabbard on it. So bear that in mind. And also with these types of things, make sure that the blade's in good condition and that you're happy that it's nice and original and not been messed with or restored or had new grips put on it and that kind of thing. Another thing to point out is sometimes you'll get marks on the top here on the scabbard around this area here. So check there as well. Just take your time with these things, check them out carefully, and you've got to remember that hooked Quillion bayonets, they're not that common and there's not many around, especially with the Mark 1 scabbard and the frogs. So this is a fantastic example that I wanted to show you. All right, well look, don't forget to put some comments down below. Don't forget, as I said at the beginning of this video, to subscribe to our videos, because we do over 30 videos a month. And look out for our next video, which will be out today or tomorrow. And pay attention to our blog and our website, because a lot of developments are coming up here at Armoury Antiques and Militaria that you'll want to know about. But in the meantime, as I always say, stay safe. Look after yourselves. We hope you've enjoyed the video and we hope you find the things you're looking for your collection, and we look forward to seeing you down here at Armoury Antiques and Militaria in Tavistock in delightful Devon. Thank you for watching.